What's your belief gap? And it's not what you think. Find out what it is and if it is sinking your business on this ASTV. What's up, y'all? Like, I am so excited about this one. I've got my phone in front of me because I may read a couple of things. I may not. But it's here. So welcome, Kendrick's phone, to the party. So recently, I was in a tutor time, and I was talking to people who have been in authentic selling for a while. They're part of the ASU crew. And I said, all right, y'all. Well, let me back up. Beep, beep, beep. So we had a conversation about your it factor, right? What's your it factor? What's your thing that separates you from other people? We were having this great conversation, which is one of the great things about tutor time, because I don't teach you how to find your it factor, but yet we led into this really great, healthy, robust conversation about finding your it factor. So I said, guys, I'm going to be real transparent with y'all. And inside of tutor time, we have something called the circle of trust. And it's a really special thing. And now I'm not breaking the circle of trust because I was the one who shared this, but it's like, okay, I invoked the circle of trust for myself, and now I'm sharing it with everybody. But that's okay. So we're talking about it factor. We're having this robust conversation, and I was like, guys, I don't know what my it factor is other than I get people results. And I've been doing this this is my 12th year. I got no clue what my it factor is. And the chat just starts blowing up. ASU crew, you're amazing, thank you. Everybody's telling me what they think my it factor is. And one was like, we gotta pause. Like, Kendrick, we're gonna coach you for a minute, even though you're here to coach us. So there was a lot shared. But one of the things that was shared involves belief. And one person said, Kendrick, a lot of people talk about believing. They may not use those words, but you can do it if I can do it, those kinds of messages. And she said, they all feel to me fake, not true, inauthentic. And she said, you say believe more than anybody, that out there. So you would think that it would feel fake, not true, inauthentic. But I genuinely believe, again, this is someone inside of ASU, I genuinely believe that you believe in me. I believe that you believe in my business. And I cried. Because belief is so important for you, for me, for everyone. What you believe influences your actions. Now, people may say, like, we know all about limiting beliefs. That's really not what I'm talking about. Although, yeah, if you think that, your business is going to flop all the time, it's probably going to flop. Like, I get that. But the way I described this, I was speaking at an event prior to COVID, and we talked about the belief gap. And I want you to imagine an iceberg, okay? Think of that, right? Think of an iceberg. And so you've got the water here, right? The water ocean. And then you've got your iceberg, and part of it's below and part of it's above, right? That is not right. Like that? Yep. Does that make sense? And so I'm going to move my hand because I need it to talk. But just imagine that there is a line right here. And so what's below here is the stuff that we can't see, right? It's why in the movie Titanic, they sent someone up to look for icebergs because they're difficult to see. What is below the water can sink your boat because your ship's got stuff below water too, and so it can run, which is exactly what happened to the Titanic, right into this. Now, what's above water can be hard to see too at times, but it's so much easier than what's here. Your belief gap is right here. What's above water, what's below water. What do I mean? What's above water is the happy stuff. It's I left my job to start a business because I want to make money and I want to help other people. It's this stuff. Hold, please. Hallianna made this for me years ago. She's probably going to be like upset that I'm showing it, but it's this stuff. Oh my God, I've turned into a teacher, by the way, with visual aids. It's light, faith, love, happiness, hope, family for some people, not all, joy, friends. It's believe. To put it in the terms of Moulin Rouge, it's truth, beauty, freedom, and love. That's all the stuff that is above the iceberg, or above the water. And there can be scary stuff up here, right? There can be, I'm quitting my job to go pursue my dream of being an actress. That's scary. It's exciting. Maybe it's a healthy fear, maybe it's not, but it's scary. I'm leaving school at 14 to go audition for Broadway. That's scary, right? But it's what's below that sinks your business. So what is below it? Well, that's where your belief gap comes in. And we got to close that gap. Now, yeah, that can be things like limiting beliefs. It can be. But it's also things that you've sold yourself on. What's the difference? A limiting belief, it can be something you've sold yourself on, but it could just be something passing, something fleeting. Like, I'm thinking right now in this moment, oh my God, you're a failure. You have rambled for so long. Stop it. That's a limiting belief. I'll get over it by the time we shoot the next video. Whether that's true or not, it doesn't really matter. But with the things on the iceberg that sink your business are the things like your relationship with money. What's your money energy? You know? What are your feelings about your product or service? Do you believe that it really changes people's lives? And then what's below the surface in that belief gap can get darker. It's things you've sold yourself on. So I always say, and I think this is a life coaching tool actually that I learned, I would believe that, I would testify to that in a court of law that it's true. That's how much I believe it. It is my truth. So again, let's go back to your relationship with money. It could be, yeah, I'm a screw up when it comes to finances. I make all this money, but I spend all this money. So it could be, you're a fake, a fraud. It could be, people will never buy from me because. And it also can be a lot of really crappy things that you believe about yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not this enough. You know, fake, fraud, failure, whatever. That's the stuff that sinks your business. Now, you may be saying, okay, Kendrick, I get it, right? I mean, like, that's not rocket science. So how do I close the belief gap? There are two ways to close the belief gap. Actually, there are three. Actually, there may be four. There are a few ways to close the belief gap. A couple of them we even do in Authentic Selling University. One is, I'm not going to be your life coach inside of ASU, but I am going to give you tools so you start creating success. So your iceberg starts rising out of that water. If you've got beliefs about your business, like, I can't do this, it's not going to work for me, you start seeing success, and all of a sudden, we wipe away some of those things, and more becomes visible, right? You have enough success, and all of a sudden, I'm afraid my business is going to fail. Doesn't exist. What's another way? You let me carry the belief for a while. I am strong enough to hold space for you even when you don't believe. So much so that when we wrote our vision statements and mission statements, or we redid them, This is what people said. The mission of ASU is twofold: to give clients the final piece of the puzzle so their business works, and to help them believe in themselves again. Here's what else they said. Kendrick is somebody who shows up for her clients. She believes in me even when I have moments of struggling to believe in myself. The purpose of Authentic Selling University is to create financial freedom for my clients and for me. Because in the world we live in, finances can give you freedom. The freedom to travel, the freedom to leave a bad relationship, the freedom to take your kid to New York every week, the freedom to donate money, fix your house, learn a new skill, the freedom to do what you want to do, lay on the beach all day. And so, very simply, what does Authentic Selling University do? Gives you the proven tools to create financial freedom for yourself. It helps me out in the process. Here's the thing. ASU is a tactical, practical, step-by-step. Like we're gonna get in there, we're gonna figure out what's not working, and we're gonna fix it. That's the tactical and practical. I'm not your life coach. You don't want me as your life coach. I'm a terrible life coach because I just want to tell people what to do. But there is a heart and soul to ASU that is so much not me. It's the community that those amazing people have created, and the heart and soul is not me as a person, but at the center of that, it is my belief in you. It is what I see people do all the time that allows me to believe. And so I say to people all the time, all right, give it to me. If you believe you can't do it, I got space for you to hold it until you see that you can do it. Because seeing is believing. So every time you think I can't do it, you hear my southern voice saying, yes, you can. Just give it to me. Give it to me right now. And then I'm going to prove to you with tactical, practical that it'll work. The energy inside of ASU is something unlike anything else. It's special. It's hard to describe. And we close that belief gap. We're always all going to have moments of self-doubt. We're always going to have some beliefs that aren't nice to ourselves. But what we want is to close it so much that we have more of this: faith, love, happiness, hope, joy, friendship, light, money, customers, success, truth, beauty, freedom, love. And that is what makes ASU so dang special. Number one, it works. Full stop, no more explanation needed. It works. If it doesn't, email me. We'll fix it. Number two, the energy of closing your belief gap. The energy of believing in you. All are welcome here. All are believed in. And all can get results. Because I believe in you. And I believe in your business.